Hail and Moshe's Kingdom, welcome to Pass of Excel 2 Assert Edict, and it's time for new farming strategies, which today will be based around bosses. Yeah, you can farm them too, it's pretty fun and more or less endgame strategy, so you need to be pretty powerful to run it. First of all, let's discuss our Atlas tree, because it's really important for this strategy, as well as for others, but for this is extremely important. So, first of all, we're going to the left side, and here will be more rare monsters, and monsters will be duplicated. That's basically where your basic loot comes from. Again, you can't rely only on bosses, you want to have more pack size over here, more rare monsters over here and over here, and again more rare monsters over here. Now, it's up to you if you want this pack size or not. Technically, you can change these nodes to this place. Let's say you got some sort of map, basically, so that's the map. Modificators that will give you more magic monsters, well, will give you more magic monsters. For example, you got 4 magic packs on the map, normally. With modificator which gives you 25% more magic monsters, it will give you 1 more pack. Now, how many monsters in this pack? It can be different number, but let's say for example it's 4. So technically you're adding 4 monsters over here. But by increasing pack size, also by increasing pack size with your waystone and stuff like that, you can have like 8 monsters in each pack, which technically will add this pack to this pack, and also it will be over here, it will be over here, it will be over here. That's why pack size is so powerful modificator. But rare monsters, that's where your loot is coming from, so duplicating one of the monsters is really great idea, and even adding just 1 rare monster extra on top of your map is really great stuff. So then we get this fork on the bottom right. This gives us a little bit of rarity, but most importantly we're coming here to get explicit waystone modifier, and we will cook them as much as possible to get as much mods as possible, so having this explicit waystone modifier increase is really important. Also it increases your rare monsters, magic monsters and stuff like that. That's basically what you want to run. As bonus we're getting a little bit of quantity and rarity of waystones, and most importantly increasing explicit waystone modifier for each explicit modifier, so it's kinda extra stuff on top. Now again, it's up to you. If you want to decrease pack size a little bit, you can actually remove these 2 nodes and get like more rarity, get more quantity, or you can even remove this quantity and get more pack size over here. It's completely up to you. I'm right now running a little bit more quantity, but again, pack size is smart choice. We're going to the top through the right side, because that's unstable energies, which is one of the best modificators in the game. It will increase power of your waystone, suffix or prefix modifiers, it doesn't matter, it will make your map harder, but also it will give you more loot, since when map is harder, well, you're getting like better rarity. Also we're getting pack size over here, then we're getting more chances to encounter rock exiles, which is also great. Sometime you will get lucky and you will get this reborn leech near green guys mechanic, and you will just get 3 divines like that. Anyway, we just want to get into this precursor tablet part, because these little white guys will give us increased power of precursor tablet modifiers, and this yellow guy will give us ability to have 20% chance to double effect precursor tablet. This will give you basically every 5th map you play, on average, will have double effects of this tablet. So if you got 100% rarity on your tablets, you will have 200% rarity on your tablets, and so on. Then we got this explicit modifiers on waystones, again it's important, and finally we're going over here for more explicit modifiers and getting corrupted infusion. Normally corrupted infusion is not what you want to run actually, because if you corrupt waystone additional time, it may backfire. Some of your maps may have lower area level, which is not perfect. Now, as always, I prepared not 1 strategy, but kinda 3 strategies for you. That's how we will run them. Let's start with the first one, and that's our basic traveling strategy. So we will travel with this Season of the Hunt precursor tablet. Before this patch, no one ran these tablets, and I got loads of them, so I'm running them right now. Turns out some people are already starting to realize how good they are and starting to sell them for like 150 exalted orbs, so they're not super cheap right now. Again, they drop like a lot, and if you're following my strategy, well, you will get this precursor influence, so you will have more chances for these tablets overall, but basically we are hunting these Asmira spirits. By the way, if you want to focus only on Asmira spirits, actually you can even change a little bit of this Atlas tab, maybe remove a little bit of explicit modifiers, and you can spec over here. You just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, and then you can guarantee vivid spirits, so they will appear more often, and they can even appear on map bosses. These vivid spirits is the spirits that actually will drop you this talisman of Sirius, and it goes for 12 divines right now, so it's pretty good. I dropped like multiple of them, got one in my gloves, sold multiple of them, so it's a really good strategy to make some currency. Anyway, we're hunting for one more thing, and it's Rite of Passage Golden Charm. Depending on your drop, well, you can get something like me, like 30 Divine Orbs, but you can get like 300 Divine Orbs easily from this stuff. If you're lucky and you get Cat, for example, Spirit. That's why, again, why you want to run Vivid Spirits. It will give you more chance to encounter a Cat and therefore drop Cat talismans. But I don't like to respect my Atlas a lot, so I'm keeping this and enjoying the game. For this strategy, that's the tablets we will use. We will use again Asmir Spirits, Season of the Hunt, but also we will use basic precursor tablet. First of all, I thought that since we're adding powerful map bosses, that will give us +1 level to map zone, that we can run every map already irradiated, and it's really good, but it doesn't work. So you actually need to play this map boss map. Then it will be irradiated, but other maps won't be irradiated if you even apply your tablets. Therefore, we're running this setup for map boss. It's quantity, it's rarity, it's quantity of waystones, and then content of your choice. So you can go for Asmir Spirit, you can go for Strongbox, you can go for Shrine to have more power, or for Essence. Right now, I'm still want to hunt for Essence of Horror, so I'm going with Essence, and of course, we're finishing with this level 2 map boss. Good choice. Now, irradiated tablet should go with item rarity. So we want to increase rarity of items. Basically, the strategy is based around increasing rarity of drops from map bosses. So we're hunting bosses with Asmir Spirits, we're increasing rarity, therefore we're increasing chances to drop something good from them. And that's one of the reasons why we are using this another boss tablet. This boss tablet should go with a rarity of items dropped from my bosses, and then any other stuff, it can be like rare chests or like any other stuff. Again, these high rolls can go for 1 divine. I never actually play strategies where I need to buy something. So I drop some stuff, I create strategies, and I play. But if you want to buy stuff to like play the strategy, if you don't have tablets, well, you can just search something less, like 40%. Like 40 without rare chests can go for like 80 exiles. So technically you can like buy full strategy for 1 divine orb, and you can run it for like 5 maps, something like this. Waystones for this strategy will be pretty simple. It will be rarity waystones. You can use desecrated ones, since if you got this players marked for death, it will give you insane extra rarity on top of your waystone. You can hit like this 200 rarity that we will play right now. But that's basically a strategy. To make these waystones, you need to have basic tier 15 waystone, orb of alchemy on top. Then you drop 1 exalted orb. And if you want to completely min-max, you want to drop omen of chaotic rarity. So this will make this waystone to reroll all modificators with rarity. Then you desecrate it, reveal modifier, and pick something with rarity. Or you can just drop 2 exalted orbs before desecration, and you want to desecrate your waystone, you just drop omen of chaotic rarity, and by dropping I mean using 1 omen, activating it in your inventory and dropping 1 chaos orb on top. But you're definitely not forced to do it. You can play just normal fully upgraded waystones of tier 15, but don't forget to use extra liquid grit on top. So liquid grit will add this extra rarity on top of your waystone. Now, where we go? Well, in Fog of War you will see these red areas. These red areas basically, it's corruption, and we're following corruption. So we're just trying to travel and get into corrupted zones mostly like as fast as possible. That's why the strategy is good. We're basically traveling, we're not stopping for breaches a lot of time, we're not stopping anywhere, we're just going forward, hunting bosses and trying to get our bonuses from Asmir Spirits. You don't need any other stuff. Let's run a few maps so you understand like what is going on and how to approach this style. You technically can like do any content, but again, you will get a lot less stuff from rituals, from breaches, so if you're not using tablets for breaches. So my goal when I'm playing like this is mostly like open chests if I got some chests, and mostly just zoom through the map towards a boss. If you're interested, build will be in a pinned comment. It's pretty fun one. So we got Asmir Spirit, we need to give him a little bit of time. He infests into this guy, we're destroying this guy. There's no good spirit and we're moving forward. Again, you don't need to stop for Asmir Spirits a lot. We get extra content, it's expedition, and we will do this 1 bomb on this expedition. Again, we can drop like some expedition tablets, you don't need to forget all other farm. And that's my setup for expedition. So to run expedition exactly the same, you just need this explosive radius and one explosive, and of course you want to have more chances for logbooks and +1 level to your logbooks. So that's like most important parts of your expedition tree. Eventually we enter a boss fight and we just need to focus and defeat him. Okay, he's out. By having this high rarity, we're actually getting loads of tier 5 items, loads of tier 4 items, and you may just find some good stuff. But of course, as I told you, we're mostly hunting this as meteor spirits. Here's the thing, technically we are traveling for our next strategy, and again, you may kinda change this step into any other farming strategy that I showed on my channel, or like any strategy you actually enjoy running. You can just go for good rituals, farm loads of breaches and so on. But I really enjoy pacing of the strategy. We're technically not obligated to stop for any like content, we are obligated only to hunt mob boss, and I decided if right now the only mob completion goal is to defeat mob boss, well, this strategy is like what I will go for. Just don't forget, by using this strategy you will get loads of pretty nice bases for crafting. So boots like this can be easily sold to some guys who need crafting bases for themselves. Oh, just look at these drops. Yeah, that's cool. Still, sadly, most of these items is of course trash. At this point of the game, everyone got some good stuff in their hands, but there's still a chance to roll something really cool. Okay, now, as I told you, we are traveling into corrupted regions, like Backwash. This map over here, it's corrupted because of this corrupted Nexus icon. But you don't want to clear this icon first. First of all, you want to come close and then try to find out, is there any good maps? By good maps, I mean maps with +1 level, and yes, we got 2 of them. So that's the first one, Forge, +1 monster level area, and that's the second one, Creek, +1 to monster level area. Basically, corruption sometimes gives you this extra area level, and that's what you want to actually find. Now, on this area we will run different combination of tablets and waystones. Here we will focus on item quantity, so we are using precursor tablet with item quantity. Again, if you're going to buy this, well, 10% quantity will be not cheap. And again, just search for something lower, so 7% quantity, just 70 exalts, or again, just collect them and find yourself. It's super common modificator actually, to have around like 7%. And then we're adding breaches. So we're adding breaches with rare monsters. Rare chest is also nice, they sometimes drop some cool stuff, and increased quantity of items, and increased monsters, so stuff like that. Basically, extra rare monsters, more rare monsters in the map, more quantity of items in the map. These modifiers will work. But we're running tier 16 waystones, and we're running them preferably with a lot of magic and rare monsters. How to make waystone like this? You start with basic waystone and drop Orb of Alchemy on top. This will create bunch of modifiers. Then again, depending on whether or not you want to desecrate it, you're dropping 1 or 2 exalted orbs. We will just do it quick with all exalted orbs. Then you activate your omens. It's skippable step, but actually for this step you probably want to do it, if you completely want to cook your waystones to maximum potential. It can be either pack size or rare and magic monsters. So let's do one with pack size and one with rare or magic monsters. Pow, we got it. Basically, Orb of Chaos with the Summon completely mixes this waystone and gives you either big pack size or insane amount of extra magic and rare monsters. And then you want to instill these waystones with Paranoia and Guild. So we're dropping Guild on pack size, it's a cheaper version of waystone, and then we're dropping Paranoia on this one. Now the most crucial step, and it may backfire, but we need to vial these waystones. So pow pow, we vialed it, and one of them ready. This one is also good, we're still keeping our pack size, but sometimes, as I told you, they backfire and you will get tier 14 waystones. I got around 24 waystones of tier 14 and I got around 30 waystones of tier 16 from last crafting waystone session, and I crafted around 200 or 300 waystones in this session, so it's not common stuff to have this tier 16 waystones. That's why you want to make them as good as possible. Okie dokie, so what we do now? Well, we play it on these maps. This will give us insane amount of items because we're running double quantity. We're running loads of breach guys. And also there will be loads of magic and rare monsters. That's my Atlas setup for breach for this strategy, and basically I'm going on the left side, it's like super most important stuff to increase monster density in breaches. Then I'm getting this ability to have additional breaches on the maps. That's also a nice upgrade for your stones, just to have more breaches on these maps. It's like very good. I don't have it right now yet. And then you can get these collapsed hands, they drop breach rings. But right now I'm hunting this full stack of catalysts, so I can craft my own rings. I got enough rings, so I'm running this one. You can also run this sustained siege if you're not too fast, so you can have better time and more time to clear breaches, more monsters. Or you can even get this upgrade over here to have more monster density, but breaches will open and close faster, so that's kinda bad if you can't clear them fast enough. Okie dokie. So our map is opened, and first of all we want to check our area level. So our area level right now is 81. And that's what I told you about our corruption. It's kinda backfired a little bit. In reality, this area could be area level 82. Still, we can find this area level 82 in Abyss Pits, but basically that's where we farm, and that's where you will see loads of bases for high tier crafting and high tier stuff. As you can see, there's Gemini Bow. It's item level 81, so it's not perfect, but again, if you corrupt your area successfully, you will get area level 82, and yes, you will get these items of item level 82. This will give you ability to drop this tier 3 orbs of transmutation and augmentation on top, and with nice rolls you will get really good bows or other items that you can sell, mostly like bows this season. Now opening breach, and again with this breach we'll have insane monster density, insane amount of rare monsters. That's where we're getting loads of loot from. And here's our first drops, first divine orb. Again with high level area you have a lot more chances to encounter really good stuff. There's another breach, as you can see. We're running like 2 breaches at the same time right now, so let's just flicker strike. Another boots base. I'm mostly collecting boots for my crafting session, but again, you finding loads of valuable stuff. And you want to carry this tier 3 augmentation transmutation with you, so you can always drop them on your weapon. And item level 81 is not very like useful right now, but it may be useful for you. Also, basically that's where you can get this juicy double socket or like 30% quality items. Oh my goodness, what's going on? But even in this area again you can find item level 82 items, so that's something to keep an eye on. That's why you want these chests. They drop some nice tiered items. Not the perfect one, but again sometimes they're good. Now, why we can't play this corruption first? Well, because corruption will change every area surrounding this corruption into cleansed area. And that's not what we want. So let's play this area again. As you can see, it's monster level 82. That's what should happen. And if you're scared, actually don't play double corruption on these maps. Oh yeah, that's how you make headhunters, finally. So as you can see, game likes when you run spot strategies. Let's actually drop few, like, oh yeah, 34, that's perfect. That's how you easy make profits, but that's how you easy get rid of your profits. Pow! And we got increased maximum energy shield. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. 40 divines? I doubt it. Bro, it should go for like 1,000,000 divines. So, yeah, plus 200 energy shields, that's great. Oh, only 1 charm slot, that's bad, okay. Still, I like this headhunter. Yeah, anyway, let's get back to strategy. As you can see right now, monster level 82, that's basically what we're hunting for. And again, if you're scared of this double corruption, just remove this, get extra quantity, and that's it. But this extra corruption sometimes gives you insane amount of extra rarity or other modifiers, so it's up to you how you run this part. So on this map again, we're focusing mostly on the rare monsters, on breaches, since that's where we will get loads of loot from. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Is this good? It's just item level 82. So that's where you actually want to set up your filter correctly, but that's basically bases that's selling as white bases for 40 exiles pretty like easily. It's just nice to understand like where you get your loot and your currency from these bridge guys. And if you have like additional bridges, well, this map will be full of loot. Like perfectly rolled gloves with 100% increased energy shield. Now what to do with this, it's up to you. You can sell bases. If they sell well, you can craft something yourself, or you can drop perfect orbs of transmutation, augmentation on top, and just hope for good tier 1 rolls, because that's where you can roll this tier 1 increased physical damage that everyone is trying to hunt for. And if you roll it, well, it's just golden bow. This one is not golden, although I will probably use it for my build. Still, it's like 10 exalts. Again, you just need to know what you're doing and understand prices a little bit for the strategy, so it's not like super beginner friendly. But if you're playing solo self-found, or kind of solo self-found, almost like me, I'm not actually into profits, I don't care too much. That's where you get like best stuff for your crafting. Oh, Divine Orb, not bad. Again, it's like understanding Falconer Jacket is really good for the dice, so this go for like 20 exalts. Again, it's not a big deal, but just compare all equipment we got on the screen right now. If you roll something good, well, it's golden, this one is trash. Okay, clear this. Now what? Well, now we clear corruption finally. And technically you can do it with any strategy. You can get back to boss and Asmira Spirit strategy, you can just clear it super fast on basics map. So for demonstration purposes, I will just clear this map fast. Goodbye horses. And now mini corruption boss. I guess let's make one more headhunter, not this time. And after cleansing corruption, we can have this modificator of extra area level once again. So we need to double check all the maps over here. So this map now became +1 to monster area level. And again, we will travel for this node through other strategies. So basically while moving, we will switch into our first strategy. And by the way, if you're curious, I'm not running like any rarity, I just got some random rarity and it's around 50% right now. Not focusing on rarity at all. Map rarity is more than enough, but of course having a little bit on your character helps. Most often than not, it just feels better. Oh, this screen just exploded. You definitely should try this build. Anyway, we are here mostly for boss. And Asmira Spirit boss is a lot more harder, so it's definitely a lot more fun. And then we're going again into this area with +1 level 2 monsters, and we're basically hoping to see this monster level 82 at our map description. Rogue Exiles over here will drop this item level 84 stuff. Sometimes they roll really good rolls, not this time though, but maybe perfect accuracy, not good. Still, even like bow like this can be sold for like 40-30 exalts. Rings, item level 84 is also really good. Item rarity and prefix is like very nice. So just this stuff alone, definitely not one divine, but maybe again 40 exalts, maybe 50, it's nice price. Drops are amazing in these types of zones. And that's like what I'm talking about. We just hit this tier 2 physical damage on Warmonger bow. It's not tier 1, tier 1 will be really good. For example, like 175 roll will go for like 20 divine orbs, that's like big money. This one is like 1-2 divines, 1 divine fast, 2 divines if you want to wait. There's like market prices right now. And as you can see, mostly it comes from breaches actually. So there's breach guys. Not only, but again, there's like loads of rare monsters in breaches, so that's where you get this stuff. And abyssal depths in these areas, they are monster level 83. Guess what, loot over here is also very valuable. While technically you don't need this item level 84 items for best rolls. I don't know, but it just feels they roll better. So if we just slam a Regal Orb on top, most of the time they slam something like tier 4 at least, which is okay-ish for some cases. After clearing all zones with +1 level, we're slowly moving to our third strategy. Again, idea of this bossing strategy is to move around the map, so we're going to move into new areas with new corruption and stuff like that. But on your way you will find your towers, and sometimes you will encounter situations like this, so there will be like no way forward. This moving strategy will require you to have Grand Project, but it's not mandatory. So Grand Project right now costs like 90 Exalted Orb, and it's becoming cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. People start to value it less, since in current state of the game you want to travel and kinda play every map. But in reality, when you're running this strategy, you don't need to run every map, you want to skip some maps sometime, and that's why we're running Grand Project. Is it required? Well, no. You can completely normally travel as you always would and follow strategy number 1, or again you can follow any strategy while you're traveling to corruption zones. Execute area level 82 strategy and then continue traveling. You may wonder why we get some loot on the ground, since I got pretty strict filter, and why we get this item level 82 items over here on basic map. Well, that's why you're picking this corruption on passive skill tree. on Atlas passive skill tree, of course. So we get area level 81 right now. That's like double corruption of Waystone. I'm playing only corrupted Waystones. And technically I'm not interested in area level 80. So that's why I never like respect my Atlas. But it's a good idea to do it before you enter area level 82 actually. But probably we can get something like area 83. And as you can see, we're sending a bunch of stuff from the ground over here. After activating Precursor Tower, if you use the Grand Project, you will be able to move more or less freely. So that's why, again, Grand Project is pretty good for the strategy. It will give you ability to basically travel from citadel to citadel, from corruption to corruption, and skip some long zones like this. It's not mandatory, but again, it kinda helps. And for this strategy we will run quite a different set of tablets. It will be quantity of Waystones found in your map. Well, why do you need it? We want to combine it with Waystone drop chance of 100 or more on your Waystone. And to do it, you need to instill it with different distilled emotions that you're probably using a lot. We instilling it with Envy. Liquid Envy is the key. If you want to optimize for this strategy, then you actually want to remove corruption probably, maybe remove some like other nodes and invest more instead of pack size into quantity of Waystones found in the area. So that will be like fully optimized Atlas for this exact strategy. Like loads of extra Waystones. Why do we need these Waystones? Well, we will open Citadel. And you actually want like 50% increased quantity of Waystones on your tablets, but like 40, 45 will work, even less. And you may find low rolls for like 18 exalts, high rolls for like 100 exalts. You want 3 of them, and actually I recommend even buying them. That's the only strategy where I recommend you buy this stuff. So we open the map and we want to confirm we get around like 200% increased Waystone found in area. 200 is a minimum requirement for this strategy to work, and technically it does not require you to run hard Waystone. Right now I'm running hard Delirious Waystone, therefore I was able to actually increase this number to 500%. And it got a small benefit, but it got this benefit. Probably you will see it right now, probably not, since it's kinda chance based, but 200% is like guaranteed divine orbs in your pocket. That's why this strategy is the only strategy where I really recommend you to like invest and buy these tablets. You just need to have them in your inventory, and that's what's so cool. Before this patch you actually was forced to travel around the citadel, find some towers which overlap citadel and drop like 6 tablets on top, so you will have this high Waystone drop chance. Then you need this distilled Waystone, and only then you can try to like run the strategy on citadel. So technically while you're making setup for the strategy, well, you're like losing loads of value on your maps, and loads of other maps becoming kinda useless because, hey, why you want this Waystone drop chance on other maps? On other maps you definitely don't want this. And right now we just need to defeat Doriani or other bosses in citadels, which in this setup will give you enough fragments. How much? Well, up to 3 fragments. From 200 it's almost guaranteed for 2 fragments, and then you just sell these fragments. For example, if you got 3 fragments from Iron Citadel, well, you instantly got 6 divines in your pockets. That's why I really recommend investing in this strategy. It's super cheap and gives you insane returns of investments guaranteed. But if you think this strategy is too hard for you, then definitely check this. Then check other strategies on the screen right now, they're also cool, and see you in the next ones.